This lady sent me a recording of a call that she did with a boyfriend. And throughout the call, the boyfriend was trying to tell her that, I don't love you again. The love is not there. I have been showing you a lot of signs that I hoped and wished that you would see. But because you loved me, you couldn't see all the things that I did. There are moments that when you come to me, I really pray and hope that you will go. But because you love me, you don't see all those signs. And so, my dear, today I just want to tell you that the love is no more there. In a nutshell, what the guy is trying to say is that all this while he has been pretending to love her. He showed her the signs, but this lady decided not to see because she was blinded by the love she has for him. Why do people pretend to love us? How do they even do that? People pretend to love us not necessarily to hurt us all the time. Sometimes they want to just hold on to the relationship and hope that things will not work naturally. Sometimes they pretend to love us because they see that they don't have any other option. And so you let me be with her, let me be with him. If I find a better option, that's way I can decide to leave. In this video, we are going to talk about signs that shows that he's pretending to love you. If you're interested, kindly stick with me. I'll be right back. Hello beautiful people, and welcome you back to my channel. This is Yami and this is my YouTube channel. Let's get right into it. The first sign that shows that he's pretending to love you is that he doesn't consider you as a priority. Do you always find yourself making all the efforts in the relationship to contact him? You make plans to go on dates. You ask him to spend time with you. You are always complaining that he doesn't have time for you. And he's always making excuses about his work, his busy life schedule, his plans for the future. And then you don't understand why he can't make time for you, my dear. When you love something, you make time for the person. And so far as he's your boyfriend, if he's busy, you would know. But he's always making excuses and you don't feel that you are part of his priority, my dear. If this is what is going on mostly in your relationship, then he is pretending to love you. The second point I have here is that he wants to make the relationship a secret one. This lady said that he has been dating a guy for 2 years. She visits him in his house. His mother is there, his siblings are there. And then he tries as much as possible to hide her so that nobody in the family will see that she's there. And this is a guy who is 46 years old. And at the age of 46, you are trying to hide your girlfriend from your mother. What is the guarantee that this guy is not pretending to love you? The next thing is that you don't know your place in his life. Your gut feeling is telling you that you don't actually know your place in his life, whether you are his girlfriend, whether he has taken you serious. You feel that it's like the relationship you have with him is like any other relationship, aside the fact that you guys are having sex. Your boyfriend doesn't make any effort to value your opinion or your feelings in the relationship, and so you really don't know that position, the position you hold in his life. If this is what is happening, my dear, the probability that he's pretending to love you is very high. The next point I have here is that he doesn't think of you during his spare time. You always find yourself waiting for him to call you. He'll tell you, I'm doing something. When I finish, I'll call you. And then you'll be there. And then he will never finish. 3-4 days, he has not finished. Are you always the one who texts him and then you'll be waiting anxiously for him to text you back or even to return your missed calls? Does your boyfriend always ask you to understand him whenever you ask him to communicate with you? The communication is not there. You are trying to ask him, babes, why is it that we are not able to communicate? And he's also trying to convince you to understand him. And you don't understand. Don't you know that I'm busy? Don't you know, my dear? He doesn't think of you during his spare time. He doesn't want to talk to you about your future together. You've dated for about 2, 3, 4 years. And he has never even mentioned marriage or never in a conversation mentioned the fact that he looks forward to spend the rest of his life with you. Faking love in a relationship will gradually show. Does your boyfriend feel uncomfortable when you try to discuss topics about your future together? When you bring up the topic, it's like, you be patient. You don't know the plans I have for you. You wait. It's been more than 2 years. Why are you in the relationship? If not the fact that he has made it clear to you that, oh, I'm doing this project, or I'm doing this course, or I'm doing this, but he doesn't even want to discuss the subject, my dear. Sit down and rethink. Another thing is that he doesn't respect you and he doesn't respect your opinion. Every guy who loves you for real respects you. He You see, you can be in a relationship with someone, it won't work out. He won't respect you. But this same person, you break up, same person will go for another woman. And then you see that he's giving all the necessary respect, all the things that he didn't do for you, he's doing it for that lady. That tells you that it's not like he doesn't know how to do. He knows how to do it, but he just didn't see it worth to do it with you or to you. If in your relationship, the only thing that is important to your boyfriend is physical intimacy and nothing else, my dear, he's pretending and faking to love you. If you are just pretending to love someone, it can show if you are just focused on being physically intimate. Does your boyfriend only show you his sweet side when he wants to be physically intimate with you? He's only romantic, he's only nice to you when he wants to go to bed with you. And aside that, nothing again. My dear, you really have to look at this relationship again. He also avoids communication. He doesn't want to have a matured conversation with you. He doesn't want to have any communication with you that will yield result. You see, men like to talk about important things. Women like to talk to important people in their lives. So if he's not communicating to you about the important things in his life, my dear, he might be pretending to love you. And then when he also hides things from you, one way or the other, you know if a guy is hiding something from you. He doesn't communicate with you, as I said. Before you realize he's doing something, he's planning something, major milestones in his life, and you have no idea. Sometimes you even see it on his status or you see it on social media or his friends tell you. My dear, example, he can purchase a new property without telling you or without you knowing. He resigned from work without telling you. He started a new business without telling you. If this is what is going on, if he's hiding important things like this from you, my dear, he is pretending to love you. And then sometimes when we are in relationships, we are blinded by the love. And so our friends, our family around us will be telling us this guy is not good for you. Is everybody is telling you this guy is not good for you. If that is the case, you really have to take a step back and listen to them. Analyze what they are saying and try to see if you can see sense in it. Because if that thing happened, it's like no single person is telling you that this guy is good for you. Everybody is telling you, no, he's not good for you. You have to end it. If that is the case, you really have to sit down because he might be pretending. But because you love him enough, your love has blinded you and so you can't see. And then another thing is he's always unavailable. Being in a relationship is having someone to depend on. But what if your boyfriend is never there when you need him? He's never available and always gives excuses whenever you need him, even if it's an emergency. Like never, he's never there. Everything that goes on in the relationship, it's always your fault. Every misunderstanding, he says it's your fault. You are not trying to understand me. Why are you doing this? You know things are not working. You try to discuss with him and he's telling you it's your fault. He's blaming you. You guys are not growing together. And it seems that you are the only one who is always blamed in the relationship. He can never admit mistake and he would rather debate over whose fault instead of saying sorry. These things are signs. Another thing is that you see clearly that he doesn't want to grow with you. When a person loves you, he will challenge you to grow and be a better person because he knows that when you become a better person, you become a better person for both of you. But this guy never encourages you. He never corrects you when you are doing something wrong. You need to think twice. A man who doesn't care about your personal growth isn't sincere with his feelings for you. Believe you me. And then he also avoids difficult questions. When you bring up questions about where is this relationship going, what are we doing, what are our plans, he tends to be irritated by those questions. And so he doesn't even want to hear them, not alone to think of answering them. He won't talk about commitment, he won't talk about meeting your family, he won't talk about moving forward in the relationship and being emotionally intimate with you. He doesn't have any mature conversation with you, and when you try to bring it up to, he tries to sweep it under the carpet and pretend as if he didn't even hear what you said. If that is happening, my dear, just rethink through your relationship. And then he normally always forgets about special days and occasions. I know that most men sometimes forget about some of these things. Women are good at it. But when always, like, not your birthday, not anything that is important to, even if you tell him that next week Tuesday is my birthday, he will still forget. He will still forget. I don't want to, this point shouldn't be taken in isolation, okay? Because if he does everything good and then this is his only weakness, that's one you can say that he's not intentional and that sometimes he just forgets. But if it's this one plus other things, then I think it is something that you really need to look at. And then he seems bored when he's with you. With the lady story that I told you in the beginning of this video, the guy said that when you are with me, I really hope that you go away. So when you say you're coming to spend the weekend with me, I hope that the time runs faster so that you go. When someone loves you genuinely, the person wants to spend quality time with you. The person wants to be around you, and the person wouldn't wish that you are not there with him or her. So think about this. And then he shows no support. You see, when a man loves you, he genuinely wants to give. Though it is not his responsibility to pay all your bills, but you see that he makes effort. The little he has, he wants to share with you. Because when a man is able to support his woman, he feels happy. It builds his ego. That's why a man can say, a woman that I've taken care of, a woman that I took care of. If nothing, the Bible says that where your treasure is, your heart is. Nothing. I'm not sure. I'm not sure the love he has for you is that genuine. Unless you know that he doesn't have, like you know that he doesn't have, and that you are sure that if he had, he would have given you. But if you know that he has, and cry there, middle, please, and then you see that he always have a defensive attitude. Whenever there is something wrong, whenever something comes up, he's always defending. I am the man. Why are you saying this? I am, my dear. If he's showing most of these signs, maybe he has not been able to tell you. Most men will not tell you like, I don't want to be with you again. They will show you the signs. So if you are seeing these signs, my dear, just know that he's pretending to love you, and you need to make a decision for yourself. Because the worst thing is for you to be in a relationship with someone who doesn't genuinely love you. If there is any sign that I didn't talk about, please do not hesitate to put in the comment section for me. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that. And I'll definitely see you in the next video. Nyamenka.